Before we begin, we would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge that our Bethels are fortunate enough to work, play, and live on Indigenous territories. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing past Associate Grand Guardian and past Associate Bethel Guardian of number 37, Bill Gilmore. I lucked out with him as my partner for our year. He was an awesome Associate Grand Guardian and made traveling the jurisdiction fun. He is a true and loyal friend.
It is my esteemed pleasure to introduce Edith Putman, past Grand Guardian, past Bethel Guardian of 48, and my honor to have served beside her as Associate Grand Guardian for 2019-2020.
I'm very pleased to welcome all to the magical session. This year's 72nd annual session is groundbreaking in that we are doing it virtually and get to enjoy all the festivities from the comfort of our very own homes. It is sad that we're not able to meet in person to renew our friendships from years past, but with doing this virtually, we may get to see a few more people we would not normally have seen in person. We hope you all enjoy the next few days. Grand Beekeeper, Alita Van Thiel. Grand Bethel Choir Member, Cadence.
Grand Junior Custodian, David Nesbitt. Grand Bethel Choir Member, Dakoa.
Grand Senior Custodian, Stephen Clark. Grand Bethel Choir Member, Georgia.
Grand First Messenger, Kiston Habak Lake. Grand Bethel First Messenger, Hannah A.
Grand Second Messenger, Jamie Willows. Grand Bethel Representative to Alberta, Nevea.
Grand Third Messenger, Karen Norberg. Grand Bethel Choir Member, Adriana.
Messenger, Katie Harmer. Grand Bethel Choir Member, Sophia.
Grand Fifth Messenger, Claire Schultz. Grand Bethel Representative to Washington, Madeline.
Grand Director of Music, Kelly Conley. Grand Bethel Music, Kaya.
Grand Librarian, Tracy Murray. Grand Bethel Librarian, Izzy.
Grand Chaplain, Lisa Hume. Grand Bethel Chaplain, Hannah Kay.
Grand Treasurer, Sharon Landreth. Grand Bethel Treasurer, Megan.
Grand Secretary, Jennifer Espin. Grand Bethel Recorder, Avery.
Grand Marshal, Natalie Drew. Grand Bethel Marshal, Julia.
Grand Guide, Carmel Bateman. Grand Bethel Guide, Gabby.
Vice Associate Grand Guardian, Kenneth Sue. Grand Bethel Junior Princess.
Vice Grand Guardian, Cindy Bice. Grand Bethel Senior Princess, Amelia.
It is with great pleasure I introduce the Miss BC JD 2020-2021, Regan.
My pleasure to introduce the Grand Bethel Honor Queen 2020 to 2021, Chloe.
It is my pleasure to introduce Worshipful Brother Roy Bailey. Worshipful because he is the master of his lodge, Nechako 86 in Prince George for the third time. Roy has been Bethel Associate Guardian at least 3 times for Bethel 26, and with his wife Jerry, they are members of Eastern Star Chapter 40. Roy has been worthy patron 2 times. Roy started his Masonic journey and mission in 1988, then moved to Prince George in 1989. He has 2 daughters and 2 grandchildren living in the Lower Mainland. I am just getting to know him and is starting to understand his type of humor. He is the kind of soul who works hard and cares deeply about Masons and Job's daughters. You would be hard-pressed to find a more suitable person for our Grand Associate Guardian. Mr. Roy Bailey.
It is with great pleasure I introduce your Grand Guardian, Donna Perch. Grand Guardian, thank you for this wonderful honor to be your hostess this evening. You have definitely worked hard to make this year magical. As we begin the celebrations for the year's grand session, we realize how much our order has over the past year due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the restrictions that have been put in place by our provincial health authorities. This is an easy feat, but you have risen to the occasion. Not only are the Bethels online virtually, but they're having fun while doing it and staying connected with one another, not only in our jurisdiction, but with others from around the Job's Daughters world. We wish for you, Grand Guardian, a magical session full of happy memories. Enjoy it all. We're privileged to have the following dignitaries join us this evening. Tara Porter, representing the Bethel Guardians of British Columbia.
David Putman, representing the Associate Bethel Guardians of British Columbia.
Megan, librarian from Bethel 37, representing the Job's Daughters of British Columbia.
Valorie Koogle, Supreme Guardian.
Mark Allen, Associate Supreme Guardian.
David Costa, Supreme Junior Custodian.
Maya, Past Honor Queen, Bethel number 6, Davao City, Philippines, Miss International Job's Daughters.
Jobies, Supreme Bethel Honored Queen.
Julia, Past Honor Queen, Bethel number 2, British Columbia Grand Bethel Marshal, Supreme Bethel, 5th Messenger.
Gia, Honored Queen of Bethel 2, BC Grand Bethel Choir, Supreme Bethel Rep to Michigan.
Charlene Benedict, Grand Guardian of Washington.
Douglas Tucker, Associate Grand Guardian of Washington. Logan, Provincial Master Counselor, Order of DeMolay, British Columbia and Yukon.
Nicholas Biss, Executive Officer, Order of DeMolay, British Columbia and Yukon. Sue Paugh, Worthy Grand Matron, Grand Chapter, Order of the Eastern Star of BC and Yukon. Jim Stevens, Worthy Grand Patron, Grand Chapter, Order of the Eastern Star of BC and Yukon.
Donna Tyrell, Queen, Daughters of the Nile, Miriam Temple number 2, Victoria.
Louise Winbill, Past Supreme Guardian, Past Grand Guardian, Past Bethel Guardian of 7, 22, 34, and Life Member. Philip Ross, Grand First Principal, Grand Chapter of the Royal Arch Masons of British Columbia and Yukon.
Don Mackenzie, Most Worshipful Master, Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of BC and Yukon. Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons.
Past Grand Guardians and Past Associate Grand Guardians. Catherine Russell and Hal Hicks, 1979-1980.
Brenda Sewell and Felix Kraus, 1982-1983.
Don Emo, 1983-1984.
Joan Adams and John Elliott, 1984-1985.
Eileen Mitchell, 1987-1988.
Janet Dryburgh, 1988-1989.
Sheila Carlson and Ken Ray, 1989-1990.
Beverly Shielvac, 1990 to 1991.
Linda Urix, 1991 to 1992.
Linda Sharp and Kelly Heiswick, 1992-1993.
Mildred Keith, 1993-1994.
Boyd Shaw, 1994-1995.
Ann Jack and Bill Phillips, 1995-1996.
Frank Howe, 1996-1997.
Louise Winbiel and Bob Olmsted, 1997-1998.
Carol Lyons and Jim Furbank, 1998-1999.
Evelyn Dixon, 1999-2000.
Bev Williams and Jim Monroe, 2000-2001.
Marthea Farrell, 2002-2003.
Kelly Costa and Ken Sewell, 2003-2004.
Peggy Dowling and Bill Allen, 2004-2005.
Jerry Pritchard and Barry Birch, 2005-2006.
Diane Graham and Chuck Hardy, 2006-2007.
Maureen Adams and John McMurtry, 2007-2008.
Isabel Parker and John Ingram, 2008-2009.
Donna Lee McMurtry and Jim Farrell, 2009-2010.
Suzanne Stark and Brian Masters, 2010-2011.
Gail Gilmore, 2011-2012.
Lorraine Sewell, 2012-2013.
Judy Calhoun and Pat Bateman, 2013-2014.
Jeannie Crockert and Garnet Graham, 2014-2015.
Corinne Alexander and Dave Costa, 2015-2016.
Kelly Hasagawa and Chris Crota, 2016-2017.
Aaron Schultz and Jeremy Kim, 2017-2018.
Allison Reed and Ken Frick, 2018-2019.
Edith Peatman and Bill Gilmore, 2019-2020.
I would like to thank Bill Gilmore for his kind words. It is very much appreciated. Your ability to come up with these is quite creative, most of which are true. This has been quite a year with COVID and the things that has changed or look at in a different light. One of the things I do remember with Bill occurred down in All Joby weekend, which was held in Mission. We were in the gymnasium there, and he convinced the girls to all dress up with streamers and balloons, and they were popping them and making a mess all over the place, which Bill delightfully cleaned up after them. And the remarks of the girls, they all had a fantastic time. Just proves that Bill does have a great sense of humor. And I thank him for his introduction today.
Thank you, Edith, for being hostess this evening. It means a lot to me to have you here tonight. I count you as a mentor. You listen and you share your wisdom and you make me breathe. The past 4 years have made us friends, and I value the laughter and conversations from the past and know that more are to come. A year ago, the world changed so completely that your Joby world stopped without finishing. You handled those changes with grace and dignity, and I want you to know how much BC Job's Daughters values and appreciates your leadership as Grand Guardian 2019 to 2020. Thank you so much. Grand Marshal, you will declare the 72nd Annual Grand Session from recess to labor.
By the direction of the Grand Guardian, I now declare the 72nd Annual Grand Session from recess to labor.
Mr. Bailey and I would like to welcome to the 72nd Annual Grand Session. Thank you for coming tonight and you to attend the events planned for the weekend. Please remember that our virtual ceremonies are different. We call them magical, and we thank you for your patience and understanding. Please celebrate Job's Daughters of British Columbia with us. Connect with old friends, discover new ones, laugh, learn, enjoy yourselves, and appreciate the truly important things about Job's Daughters, and honor that we have found a way to endure. Celebrate the magic of youth with us. Grand Bethel Honor Queen Chloe, would you like to preside over the next part of our meeting?
Thank you, Grand Guardian. The flag ceremony will be under the direction of the Grand Marshal, Natalie Drew, and the Grand Bethel Marshal, Julia.
Thank you and good evening. Grand Guardian Miss Perch and Associate Grand Guardian Mr. Bailey. This year you have taught us the magic of youth. To see the magic in all that we do, wherever we are, whether we are near to each other or far, We celebrated 100 years of Job's Daughters International with events around the globe. Now it is with great pleasure that we present to you the flags of Job's Daughters. Canada. The Canadian flag is presented by Nicole C. of Bethel 26 in Prince George.
The colors of red and white are meant to symbolize prosperity, hope, peace, neutrality, and tranquility. The maple leaf design represents the cultural heritage of our nation. The Canadian flag joined with the flag of the United States in 1931 when Bethel No. 1, Vancouver, British Columbia, was given its own charter, creating Job's Daughters International. Please join us in singing O Canada.
The United States of America. The American flag is presented by Michaela H. of Bethel 20, Abbotsford.
The colors of the pale are those used in the flag of the United States of America. White signifies purity and innocence, red hardiness and valor, and blue is the color of the chief, signifies vigilance, perseverance, and justice. The first Bethel was Bethel 1, Omaha, Nebraska, and was granted its charter on December 31st, 1921. Please join us in singing Star Spangled Banner.
Australia. The Australian flag is presented by Dakota H. of Bethel 22, New Westminster.
The colors on the Australian flag represent the following: blue, vigilance, truth, and loyalty, perseverance and justice; white, peace and honesty; red, hardiness, bravery, strength, and valor. Australia became part of Job's Daughters International, making us a global organization in 1950, and currently adds 4 Bethels to our amazing order. Please join us in singing Advance Australia.
Philippines. The Philippine flag is presented by Madeline T. of Bethel to Victoria.
The Philippine national flag has a rectangular design that consists of a white equilateral triangle symbolizing liberty, equality, and fraternity. The large yellow sun feature is symbolic of freedom, unity, democracy, and sovereignty. The horizontal blue stripe symbolizes peace, truth, and justice, while the red stripe stands for patriotism and war. The country of Philippines joined Job's daughters in 1957 when Bethel No. 1, Olongapo, was chartered. Please join us in singing the Philippines national anthem.
Brazil. The Brazilian flag is presented by Sarah S. of Bethel 52, Langley.
The blue globe and the stars on the flag symbolizes the night sky filled with stars and constellations. These stars and constellations also stand for the country's states. The yellow also represents the gold reserves, the country, and the green also symbolizes the great Amazon rainforest, the Panama and Atlantic jungle. Brazil is celebrating their 31st anniversary with Job Stars International. Please join us in listening to the beautiful music of the Anthem of Brazil. Hail Brazil.
British Columbia. The BC flag is presented by Kaylee D. of Bethel 36, Langford.
The 4 wavy white lines and 3 wavy blue lines symbolizes the province's location between the Pacific Ocean and the Rocky Mountains. And the setting sun represents the fact that British Columbia is Canada's westernmost province. Or it can also mean the provincial motto, Splendor Sine Casu, beauty without diminish. Or in other words, the sun never sets on the British Empire. The Union flag on top represents the province's British heritage, while the crown center represents British Columbia becoming a crown colony and achieving responsible government.
Job's Daughters International. The Joby flag is presented by Dina N. of Bethel 63, Port Coquitlam.
The emblematic colors of our order are purple and white. Purple represents the highest ideals of life and royalty. White symbolizes the purity of a beautiful and womanly life. Since 1921, when Mother Mick began our beautiful order, our flag has been unfurled and has led thousands of women through the journey of life. This year we have celebrated our 100th anniversary, and our wish and our dream are for our beautiful flag to remain unfurled and waving through each line for the next 100 magical years. Daughters and majority members, please rise in singing our Bethel flag song.
Miss Perch, Mr. Bailey, Miss BC Regan, Grand Bethelana Queen Chloe, on behalf of the Grand Marshal, myself, and all the girls participating this evening, I present to you with a copy of our flag ceremony. We hope that you have enjoyed your year as you have traveled virtually through our province, spreading the magic of youth to each of our Bethels. Thank you for your dedication in one of the most extraordinary of years.
Thank you, Grand Marshal, the flag bearers from our Bethels, and our musician for the beautiful ceremony. The necrology ceremony will be under the direction of our Grand Chaplain, Lisa Hume.
Necrology ceremony. British Columbia Job's Daughters holds a necrology ceremony each year as part of our grand sessions. The ceremony allows us to pause and reflect on members of our order who have passed away. This year, I am joined by Diana Putman, Grand Chaplain in 2019-2020, as we honor those who passed in the last 2 years, as we could not hold our grand sessions last year. On this solemn occasion, we ask the blessing of our Heavenly Father. Holy and merciful God, who answereth prayer, and does not scorn the petition of the humblest of thy children, be present with us, thy servants, and shed upon us thy blessings and thy love. Fill our hearts with happy memories of those we have lost, and help us to reach out to one another for comfort during this time of sorrow. We ask this in thy name. Amen.
A light went out on earth for me the day we said goodbye. And on that day a star was born, the brightest in the sky, reaching through the darkness with its rays of purest white, lighting up the heavens as it once lit up my life. With beams of love to heal the broken heart you left behind, where always in my memory your lovely star will shine.
Thank you, Grand Chaplain, for the lovely ceremony. Degree of Royal Purple. Members and friends, we have assembled here to honor these daughters who have been especially generous in dedicating their time and efforts in promoting their Bethels and Job's Daughters International. As Job's daughters, we are expected to be the fairest in the land, but it is often easy to fall short of the mark. The daughters who always display faith, trust, responsibility, respect, and love should be rewarded. It is with this in mind that we meet to confer the degree of Royal Purple.
I have the pleasure to present Jennifer Pearson, who is entitled to receive the degree of Royal Purple.
The purpose of Job's Daughters is to teach young women to live responsibly, morally, and righteously. The Book of Job is a strong foundation upon which to build this training, for it deals with a real person, a fallible human being, Job. By studying the trials and triumphs of, we hope to discover how to direct our own lives so that we may receive our final reward.
Upon receiving the degree of Royal Purple, you will be given a medallion. On it you will find engraved a figure of a junior princess holding a white dove, as I do now. It is meant to remind you of the lessons of the first epoch. Remember always to be patient and diligent in your work, and as Job endeavored to teach his children of the power of prayer, may you also continue being useful instruments in conveying God's love and peace.
On your medallion, you'll find pictured a senior princess holding the urn of incense. It symbolizes the important lessons of the second epoch, the story of Job's anguish and suffering, and the final triumph of his dedication to his Creator. If you ever begin to doubt that there is a supreme being, study the soft colors of the sunrise or the fragrant beauty of a rose, and your faith will be renewed.
With the two princesses, your medallion has engraved upon it an honored queen and her symbol. You have learned well the teachings and second epochs, or you would not be receiving the degree of Royal Purple. Yet, even in this hour set apart in your honor, you have another lesson to learn, that of reward. You must realize that the reward of receiving the degree of Royal Purple does not signify the termination of your work in Job's Daughters. Rather, it should inspire you to continue in your devotion to our order. You must remember that all people are equal, regardless of race, creed, color, or achievement, and you must not allow pride or conceit to interfere with your relationship with other daughters of the Bethels. You must above all live up to your own high standards, that you may encourage others to adopt the kind of life that degree of Royal Purple. Our chaplain will lead us in prayer.
Dear Lord, we ask that special blessings rest upon these members. May they be truly grateful for the honor which is bestowed upon them today. As they have known the joy of work well done, may we all become useful messengers of your peace. Amen.
This certificate represents the love and appreciation of those with whom you have worked, and the years spent in your association with Job's Daughters.
May the beauty of this rose remind you of the beauty of the lessons you've learned in this order.
I now present you with the medallion of the degree of Royal Purple. May you learn to wear it with grace, dignity, and humility, that your character reflects the lessons of Job's Daughters. Friends, these members have proven themselves to be deserving of your respect and admiration, and I would ask that you now join me in extending to them a very hearty congratulations. Presentations of certificate to the Honor Queens and immediate past Honor Queens from the Grand Lodge of British Columbia and Yukon. Our honored queens of 2020 are Hannah, Bethel 11, Cadence, Bethel number 20, Megan, Bethel number 21, Avery, Bethel number 11, Jazz, Bethel number 52, Isabella, Bethel number 20, Gabby, Bethel number 22, Sophia, Bethel number 26, Alana, Bethel number 52, Annika, Bethel number 36, Sabrina, Bethel number 48, Eve, Bethel number 37, Grace, number 29, Georgia, Bethel number 2, Bethel number 2, Victoria, Bethel number 37. Most Worshipful Brother Donald Mackenzie, Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of British Columbia and Yukon, has some words for our honored queens.
As Grand Master, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the leadership and service that you young ladies have provided during the past year. This has been a year like no other, and you have met every challenge that this pandemic has thrown at you. Not only will some of you have served for a 6-month term, but many of you have served 2 consecutive terms of office. You'll go down in the history of your organization as leaders who truly made a difference during these trying times. I wish that I could have been here to personally present you with your certificates and hope to be able to be with you once again when we are able to meet again in person. I'd like to take this opportunity again to thank you for your leadership and especially the mentorship you have shown to the many young women that will follow in your footsteps. Have a great year.
Presentations. Our hike presentation, would our hike chairman for this year, Miranda Freeman, like to give her presentation?
Hello, my name is Miranda and I'm the 2020-2021 hike chairperson for the British Columbia Jobies Daughters. Hike stands for Hearing Impaired Kids Equipment, and the funds we raise provide hearing equipment for kids who have hearing loss from newborn to the age of 20. I'd like to thank everyone for their efforts during this trying year. As of mid-February, I've received reports that we've raised $250. I'm still waiting on final numbers to be tallied and look forward to sharing that number with the jurisdiction. On behalf of the British Columbia Jobies Daughters, I'd like to present these funds to Lorraine Everett, who's representing Hike Canada.
Life memberships. We have life membership presentations for the 2019-2020 year from Edith Putman and Bill Gilmore, and a life membership presentation from the 2020-2021 year from Mr. Bailey and myself.
Adult joined Jobies Daughters in 1959. Her first position was with Auntie Grace's drill team. From there, she held numerous positions and finally honored Queen. She moved away after marrying. In 1992, she was brought back into active participation with Jobies Daughters when her daughter joined. She is totally committed to the daughters of this organization. She's always willing to drive. If a chaperone was or is needed, she's there. In years past, she'd fill her vehicle up with daughters and off they would go with lots of chatter and laughter to wherever grand session was being held that year or what Bethel they were off to visit. She is at all the bottle drives, clothing drives, and even collects surplus clothes from thrift stores for the clothing drives and finds the most unique, thoughtful gifts for the honor queens. She served on the Grand Guardian Council as Grand Musician in 1997 to 1998, and then was elected to the Grand Line in 2004 and was Grand Guardian in 2007-2008. She also served on several standing committees over the years and quietly serves in the background, helping wherever she can. She was made a member of honor of this Bethel in 1998. She has served this jurisdiction for the last 20 years without an active daughter in Bethel. She continues to actively participate on the Bethel Council as the Guardian Treasurer, a position she's held the most and we think is her favorite, with Bethel Guardian being close second. She attends many meetings and events even in this pandemic. She loves trivia, and you can count on her to be at all the trivia nights and is a big supporter of the Grand Guardian Council. She is a friend and mentor to many daughters and adults. She is always ready with a warm smile, a warm hello, a ready smile, and a kind word. Please join me in congratulating Maureen Adams of Bethel 63 on her life membership in the Grand Guardian Council of British Columbia.
Oh my gosh. That's shocking.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I am shocked and thrilled.
Yes. Well,
when you were first reading that, Edith, I thought, I wonder if I know this girl. You know, like she joined when I did, but lots of girls did, right? Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Nice.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I've known this person for about 25 years, first starting through Jobies Daughters. And then as I became a Mason, I knew him a little bit better and it blossomed into a beautiful friendship. He has proven himself throughout his life to giving wisdom and guidance to many young and older people, with coaching young hockey and ball teams, then managing a Jobies adult team, to the many of 20 years plus as a leader in Jobies Daughters International. He has served as a coach, a cook, a cleaner, security person, associate Bethel guardian, grand associate guardian, associate grand Bethel guardian, and supreme custodian, and a member of honor for Bethel 37. He leads by example and gives his all when it comes to Job's daughter world. I know for myself that he is the person I strive to emulate in my Masonic life and Joby world, the positive influences he has made on the many young girls in Job's. He usually is the calming voice in a stressful time, and I was going to say except to maybe his wife, but I'll leave that out. And I cannot say enough about him, and I do not know how to show how much he means to me, and I truly respect him. Very well deserved and earned. Congratulations, Dave Costa.
Wow. Whoa. Thank you, Bill. Bill, thank you for that. Wow. Wow. Never thought, I don't know what to say other than, oh, I got an envelope thing too now.
Yeah.
Oh, I thank you all so much. Wow. I just like going to Jobies and enjoying all the people and seeing everyone, and I miss everyone right now. And, you know, it's just, are you recording this? Because I'm going to say something that I actually like Jobies better than Mason.
It's recording.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Whew. This is quite an honor, and I thank you all so much. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bill, for those words.
You're one of the greats, Dave.
What's that?
You're one of the greats.
Well, I don't strive to be, but I appreciate the compliments, and I just like you all so much and enjoy your company, and thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
It's amazing. Wow. Whew. Sorry. A little teary-eyed.
There's a person who came to BC as an adult Joby, jumping into our jurisdiction with both feet. This person worked diligently in her hometown and to support Bethel, holding every council position but one over the years. After about 30 years, she continues to be the backbone of the Bethel.
This person has been active at the provincial level for many years, has been on innumerable committees, and is a go-to resource for the many Grand Guardians and line officers. This person's a symbol of leadership and teaching for BC Job's daughters by helping, mentoring, and guiding both daughters and adults.
Her dedication has been noticed by Supreme. She serves on Supreme committees and in official Supreme roles, working not only for our province, but also for her home province, making sure that Job's Daughters is alive and well for every Canadian youth for years to come.
We present to you the 2021 recipient of lifetime membership in British Columbia Job's Daughters,
Diane Graham.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Congratulations, Diane, and thank you for your service to the good of our order.
Okay, thank you. Oh my goodness sakes.
There we go.
Somebody was organized. Thank you, everybody. That was quite a surprise.
Open it like a Joby.
Yeah.
Throwing it away.
Did Garnet tape it?
Woo, there she goes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, you guys. Much appreciate that.
Good one. Well earned.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Congratulations, everyone, to our 3 new Lifeline members in BC Job's Daughters. Thank you all so very much for everything you do for our order.
Hi, Mrs. Perch. This is Bethel 21. We put together this lovely little video for you because you know how much we love ABBA. You love ABBA. We're the ABBA and the Granny Bethel. So I hope you enjoy this lovely video.
Having the time of your life. And when you get the chance.
You did your every best, and it ain't no lie.
Zoom put you to the test, and you're our Bethel's best friend that we can rely on.
The sun is still in the sky and shining above you.
There's no way you can deny it.
Knowing your fate is to be with us.
Couldn't escape if you wanted to.
So imagine I was glad to hear you're coming.
It's gonna be so different.
Feeling like a number one. My, how can BC resist you?
Flew since the day we parted. Why did we ever let you go? It's still been nice having you around, and I've had a great year with you.
I like the fact that you've been there for me a lot, and you've been understanding my problems. You've been understanding my problems as well, and I want to thank you for always being there for me.
Thank you for being such a good grand guardian, and thank you for coming to all our meetings. I know I appreciate it, and I know that the whole Bethel appreciate it. So when you make time out of your day to come and listen to us, do our parts, and make silly jokes during the meeting. Thank you.
And remarks. Would our representative of the Bethel Guardians of British Columbia, Tara Porter, please bring remarks?
Thank you, Grand Guardian, for asking me to represent all the remarkable women who are serving their vessels in this jurisdiction as Bethel Guardians. It is truly an honor. Thank you to everyone who's in attendance this evening. I look forward to seeing you over the next few days. I hope you enjoy this year's grand sessions and make the most of it. This past year is one that no one will forget. This pandemic has affected everyone in the world in different ways. It has been a year of change, adaptation, discovery, growth, struggles, etc. The fifth messenger's message during initiation, when talking about the story of Job, states, "Whatever its antiquity, it is true today as when it was written." Think about that. Compare what Job went through to what's going on in the world right now, in your life right now. Think about the lessons and skills you have learned in Job's Daughters and how you are consciously or subconsciously using them every day. Think about the friendships and bonds you have formed with the members and adults of this order. Think of how you have all these people in your life who you can count on and who will be there for you. I ask you to reflect on this and carry it with you over the rest of this pandemic, over the rest of your life. I ask you to think of who in your life outside of your Joby family who would benefit from joining us, who needs to know the story of Job, who needs to learn our lessons, who needs the friendships and bonds of Job's Daughters. Think how you can include these people in Job's Daughters. Think of how you can use the story of Job and the lessons and skills you have learned to help these people through the rest of this pandemic. I encourage you to reflect on this over the rest of this weekend. Take care and stay safe. Ms. Paugh.
Would the representative of the Associate Bethel Guardians Columbia, Mr. David Putman, please?
Hello. I just wanted to quickly introduce myself and speak about being the Associate Bethel Guardian. My name is David Putman. I'm the Associate Bethel Guardian of Bethel 48. Bethel 48 meets in White Rock. I've been the Associate Bethel Guardian for a short period of time. However, I have to say it's been a great experience, and I really enjoy being around the girls and watching them grow, become stronger and much more confident individuals. I look forward to spending more time with the girls in the future and supporting them in any way that I can. Have a great grand sessions, everyone. Thank you.
And on behalf of the Job's Daughters of British Columbia, our representative, Megan, the librarian from Bethel, please bring remarks.
Hi, my name is Megan, and I'm the librarian of Bethel number 37, Surrey, BC. I joined Joe's Daughters November of 2019. I was really excited to become a Joby. This past year has been different and challenging. We had to switch to online Joby meetings on Zoom. It was difficult to not see each other face to face, but we still managed to have lots of fun anyway. We did lots of fun activities like Jackbox game nights, pet parades, and movie nights on Zoom. The Jackbox game nights were my favorite. I look forward to in-person meetings because at the end there are snacks. There's also lots of singing, and I like food and singing. I also look forward to in-person Audio Weekend because I will be allowed to do all the fun workshops this time. I'm very honored to be represented in BC Jobies at Grand Session.
And now we have remarks from our concordant bodies of our Masonic family.
Hello, and greetings to the Job's Daughters and adults of British Columbia. Thank you so much for inviting me to the Grand Session. I'm really excited about being able to see you during the next few days. God bless all of you as we go into the next 100 years of Job's Daughters. Stay safe, have fun, and may all your dreams of the future come true. And I hope to see some of you at our Supreme Session this coming August.
Hello, British Columbia Job's Daughters. I hope you have a most successful Grand Session. It's good to be with you again. I hope to someday be up there again to meet with you in person.
Good evening, BC. I would like to say congratulations for an outstanding year during this pandemic time. Thank you for showing us how we can move forward for the next 100 years to come in Job's Daughters.
Greetings, British Columbia from Washington State. I'm Douglas Tucker, Associate Grand Guardian. I want to congratulate Mrs. Perch, Mr. Bailey, and all the daughters of British Columbia for a fantastic year. And I'd like to wish you all the very best on an upcoming Grand Session. Thank you so much and all the best to you.
Grand Guardian, Associate Grand Guardian, Grand Bethel Honored Queen, Miss British Columbia Job's Daughter. On behalf of the Order of DeMolay in British Columbia and Yukon, I bring you most warm and fraternal greetings and wish you nothing but love and success during your 2021 virtual Grand Sessions. For those of you who don't know who that I am, my name is Nicholas. I'm a senior DeMolay, most prominently from the mid to late 90s. It's nice to meet all of you. For those of you who do know who that I am, I'm back, and I can't wait to see everybody at our next event. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
On behalf of Brother Jim Stevens, worthy Grand Patron, the members of the Grand Chapter of British Columbia and Yukon Order of the Eastern Star, and myself, Sue Paugh, I bring you greetings and thank you. Our wish for you is a successful Grand Chapter using Zoom, and good luck to all the members running for Miss BC Job's Daughter. Congratulations to the new BC Grand Bethel Honor Queen and officers, and to the new Grand Bethel Guardian and all members of the Grand Bethel Council. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the honor to bring greetings from Daughters of the Nile to the British Columbia Job's Daughters International 72nd Annual Grand Session. I was a Bethel number 6 Joby in Kerrisdale, Vancouver, and received my majority degree at Bethel number 11 in Nanaimo. I have enjoyed attending the Bethel 11 meetings. I am proud to invite you to continue your Masonic journey by joining Miriam Temple number 2 in Victoria or Zara Temple number 72 in Vancouver. Both temples have clubs around the province.
Most Worshipful Brother Donald Mackenzie, Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of British Columbia and Yukon.
It is indeed my pleasure to be asked to say a few words at your formal opening this evening. First of all, I would like to bring you warm fraternal greetings from the officers and brethren of the Most Worshipful Grand Lodge of British Columbia and Yukon. During the past years, while going through the Grand Line, I have had the opportunity to attend many of your communications, but my favorite has been being a judge for Miss Job's Daughter pageant. Numerous times. I've always been impressed with the poise and confidence that your young ladies exhibit while speaking and performing their ritual. You must be commended for preparing these young ladies with the social skills for whatever job field they wish to pursue in their exciting future.
I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and I'm excited to return to be a judge at the Miss Job's Daughters pageant once again. Thank you.
Would our Miss British Columbia Job's daughter, Miss Regan, please bring remarks?
Thank you, Grand Guardian. I bring you greetings on behalf of the Job's Daughters of British Columbia. I am so excited to get this started. I know that there are a lot of fun things that have been planned for the next few days. I am sure we are all aware that this year looks different. However, it also allows for more flexibility. We get to sleep in our own beds, sleep in a little longer, and still get to have all the fun of grand sessions. Never before was it an option to have both sleep and grand sessions at the same time. We are also able to open up our grand sessions to more people internationally. Among these, we have also been able to connect more as a province. Through social media and Zoom, we have been able to reach each other whenever we wanted. These are just a few of the small perks that we are able to enjoy with our virtual setting time this weekend. Thank you, guys.
Grand Bethel Honor Queen Chloe, would you like to bring your remark?
Thank you, Grand Guardian. I bring you greetings on behalf of the Grand Bethel, British Columbia. I am so excited for this weekend. I know we're going to have so much fun, and I'm looking forward to all of the things that are going to happen over this time, like the Miss Pageant and the Grand Bethel Draw. And I know it means so much to the entire Grand team that everyone joined us today. The ceremonies are going to be so awesome, and I look forward to seeing everyone there. Thank you.
Would our Associate Grand Guardian, Mr. Roy Bailey, would you like to bring your remarks?
This has been a humbling experience for me, and I wouldn't change any of it except to be able to meet in person. To Donna, thank you for allowing me to be part of this magical year. I have learned so much working with you. I can even get into my own Zoom meeting. And as a result, I've been able to attend meetings that I just wouldn't normally be able to. I've met so many great people as a result, both adults and the Joby girls. The one thing I did miss most was not being able to go to Supreme and represent this jurisdiction and all the great people that we have in it. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve with you this year. Thank you, Donna. Thank you to everyone for coming, and to the daughters and the committees. Thank you for all the work you have put into the ceremonies tonight. I'd also like to offer my congratulations to the recipients of the degree of Royal Purple and life members. They were well deserved. Thank you to BC Job's Daughters. BC Job's Daughters. For the honor of serving this year. I hope to be able to meet in person with all of you in the very near future. And I thank you for this year. It's been fantastic and very magical. Thank you.
Tonight has been a representation of the successes of our past year. Hard work has gone into transforming our traditional formal opening into a virtual event. There have been many people who have worked to make this virtual event a magical success. Each one has learned new technological skills and pushed at the boundaries of their comfort zones. Thank you to our Grand Marshal Natalie Drew and our Grand Bethel Marshal Julia, the flag bearers and musicians, for a beautiful flag ceremony. Thank you to our Grand Chaplain Lisa Hume for the lovely necrology ceremony. Thank you to the Degree of Royal Purple chairperson, Jamie Willows and committee, and our Grand Bethel for the Degree of Royal Purple ceremony. Congratulations to tonight's recipient, Jennifer. The honor is well deserved. And thank you to Reagan Seward for editing and producing all of our ceremonies this weekend. Our musician this evening, Gabby, Past Honor Queen of Bethel number 20, for the beautiful music that was played through our ceremony this evening. In this year, I've had partners in this journey. Thank you to our grand officers. I hope you have had fun this year and a memorable year. I have appreciated your support and seeing your smiling faces as we have traveled around the province together. Thank you to our Grand Bethel Honor Queen Chloe, to our Miss Regan, and to my partner Roy, my grand team. We have proven that people don't have to be in person to bond and form lasting relationships. Chloe, you have organized, planned, and led not only the Grand Bethel, but the daughters of this province. You've been a magical queen, and I am so proud of you. Regan, you have represented our jurisdiction around the world, and you have brought a bold light and inspiration to the daughters of our province, and I am proud to have had such a magical miss. And Roy, you have been the most supportive partner that I could have wished for. You have stepped up to everything that I have asked of you. You have pushed outside your comfort zone in technology and public speaking, and you've attended so many more events than planned. You listened, advised, commiserated, and celebrated with me. Thank you to a wonderful team. One day we will meet together. Thank you to my family, to our son Ryan, our daughter Emma, and my husband Darren. 4 years ago, when you agreed to support me through this journey, this was not the journey that we planned. You have been my peace, my calm, my comic relief, and my foundation. While I've been at home more than any other grand guardian, I am looking forward to spending more time with you. I love you. The past year has been magical in so many ways. We celebrated 100 years of Job's Daughters International, and we had a successful International Day, all Joby weekend, installations, initiations, Bethel meetings, official visits, grand visits, fundraisers, and fun events. Thank you to the committees and Bethel guardians and councils for everything you have done this year to help us endure and persevere. You were the force that made this year happen. Thank you to the daughters of British Columbia Job's Daughters. You were the reason this year happened. You make me so proud and honored to be part of this organization. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve British Columbia Job's Daughters this year. Thank you for the trust and faith that you placed in me and the support you have all given me. I have had a magical year. It has been fulfilling, rewarding, and exciting, and I'm honored that I was able to be Grand Guardian during this year. Please remember our year has been filled with magic. Every single one of us matters to others, has aspired to new things this year, has grown in new ways, has imagined a future for BC Job's Daughters, and can help build that future. With the magic of youth, I thank you. Grand Chaplain, you will attend at the altar, please.
Our Father in heaven, we thank you for Job's Daughters International and for the adults who willingly assume the responsibility of this Grand Guardian Council. May your blessings rest upon us during our annual business sessions. Keep our hearts light and our words patient. Allow us to embrace the joy and fun of our gathering as we strive for the benefit of our daughters and our jurisdiction. We ask this in thy name. Amen.
Grand Marshal, you will declare this session from labor to recess to reconvene Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Zoom.
By the direction of the Grand Guardian, I now declare this session from labor to recess to reconvene on Saturday at 9 a.m. on Zoom.
Grand Bethel Honored Queen, will you give the Paugh benediction?
May the Lord watch between me and thee while we are absent one from another.
Nearer, my God, to thee, nearer to thee. E'en though it be a cross that raiseth me, still all my song shall be. Nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer to thee. Or if on joyful wings cleaving the sky, sun, moon, and stars, Lord God, upwards I fly. Still all my song shall be, nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer to thee. Amen,
And this completes our ceremony.